morning and welcome to IFA 2013 here in Berlin. We're on the Panasonic stand. My name's Mike and this is Neil, and we're going to take you on a virtual tour of the Panasonic, well, I say stand, it's actually a hall, it's massive. We've got every Panasonic product here, from TVs to washing machines and everything in between. In this hour we're going to look mainly at TVs, but by all means throw in any questions you want to. And Neil, why don't you tell them how they can interact and guide us around this this massive Panasonic stand.
Okay, what you should all see is just below the screen, you should be able to input a question from Michael, who's going to be your INFOTAR for the day. So he's going to be your eyes and ears. You can also contact us on Twitter at #PanasonicInfoExpert. We have one of our experts sat out the back now, manning the computer, answering all those technical questions. So please feel free to carry on and continue to fire off some of the brilliant questions we've had already from day one.
Okay, so let's get moving. From now on, you're going to see what I see. So, like Neil says, director's about, and as you can see, we're already starting to get people streaming in. The doors have just opened here at IFA. We're in the TV section at Panasonic stand. Perhaps you can see what I mean when I talk about a hall. Absolutely huge. And so Neil, what have we got first?
Okay, so we've already had a question in, man. This is from John.
Hi, John.
He would love to see the Ultra HD TV.
He'd like to see the Ultra HD TV? Okay, well, I will do this. And there it is. So you can see Ultra HD 4K TV. This is Panasonic's first. It was announced just a couple of days ago, and it'll be available to buy very soon, depending where you are. This is a 65-inch TV. It's an LED and absolutely at the cutting edge. In fact, it's got a number of world firsts. It's the first 4K TV that complies to the HDMI 2.0 standard. So basically that means the plug that it's got on the side will work with all the coming equipment for 4K, whether that's Blu-ray or games consoles or whatever's coming. And there's lots of other good stuff in there, particularly the picture quality. And actually, I'm just going to pop across here and give you people who are thinking maybe, well, what is 4K? I've heard a lot about it. It's started to appear. Well, it's basically this. If you can see behind our two gentlemen here, 4K is 4 times the resolution of high definition. So here we've got 4 HD TVs combining to make one picture, but with the 4K TV, you've got it all in one. So it's a 4 times as much detail, much clearer, sharper, more detailed, more involving image. I know you're watching it on the internet, but believe you me, I feel like I could step into this mountain scene and go wading in the stream. But I won't. I'll stick with my friend Neil.
Okay, so 4K, Mike, is it good for anything like gaming?
Is it good for gaming? Yes, it is. In fact, look what we've got here. We've got our gaming console. Not like any gaming console you've seen before. It's actually a converted Mercedes track car, and inside, if I can just be rude and lean in, it's controlling a PC, a gaming PC, and these are the kind of gaming PCs that you can buy now. You need a top-end graphics card. This is using an NVIDIA card, but what that means is that there are things out there, gaming devices out there, PCs and Macs, that can already output this incredible high definition graphics that you're looking at now. So not just high definition, but ultra high definition 4K. The other great thing about the Panasonic, and another world's first, is that it's the first that can do 60p 4K through the HDMI. And that means that we're getting ultra smooth, which is obviously crucial for gaming. You want to see the detail, but you want it to be smooth, not jerky as you're racing around the track. So there's lots of stuff out there for gamers. What else can you tell us there, Neil?
Okay, so Mike, we've straight on to the next question.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, 4K has dominated IFA 2013 from Panasonic. The next question is from Nigel, and he would love to see the 4K world here at Panasonic. So I think it'd be nice maybe to give a brief shot of all our 4K screens here at the center. But Mike, what other stuff do we have for 4K this year?
Okay, well you can see this is the first thing you see when you walk into the Panasonic hall here at IFA. Hugely impressive bank of 4K TVs. These are actually the WT600, the one that you'll be able to get to buy very soon. But another part of the 4K world is a coming technology. So this is a prototype, and you can see this booth we're walking towards here. This is 4K OLED, or organic LED. So not just the LED TVs that you can buy in the shops right now, but a different type of display. And Panasonic are at the cutting edge of developing these. They're not available to buy yet, because what we're very keen on doing is making this technology affordable and reliable for everyday use, rather than just as we see here, these beautiful display screens. And what organic LED lets you do is get this beautiful black level and very fast motion response that sometimes LED struggles with. I know a lot of people who are fans of Panasonic will be fans of plasma TV, and essentially an OLED lets you get the kind of picture quality of a plasma, but with the slimness and the energy consumption of an LED. There's one more thing in the 4K world perhaps we can have a look at as we go through here. You can see where the car is part of our 4K technical section. This is where you get chapter and verse on everything 4K. And there's one more 4K product that we're showing, and this one will be available, like the TV, to buy in the next few months. And this is another world's first. It's the world's first 4K tablet. So many of you will have tablets, probably a little 9-inch screen or a 10-inch screen. This is a 20-inch screen tablet, and perhaps if I go over to this one, incredible high definition. This one is showing an idea of a museum display, so this is why it's in this frame. It doesn't come in a big wooden frame, but what the great thing it's showing is that I can zoom in on these museum display exhibits and get right into a picture where you couldn't do that in real life. You would, get thrown out of the museum, but you can see incredible detail. And other applications for this might be for photographers, for architects. Let me show you this one. Here's some architect's plan on our 20-inch 4K tablet, and you can see incredible detail. I can zoom right in, and it comes with this very precise pen, so I can move it around with the pen, and I can obviously write on it, make notes, and it's the lightest and thinnest 20-inch tablet, as well as being the world's first 4K tablet. So lots of stuff there in the 4K world that we're really excited about here at Panasonic.
What about filming in 4K, Mike?
Filming in 4K is already happening. I mean, digital cinema, the digital cinema standard is 4K, and that's now moving into the home. So we've got here a prototype of a Panasonic 4K camcorder, and you can see the kind of images it's delivering on the screen there of our little Jurassic Park type setup. And as I said, a lot of the TV shows and movies that are being shot right now digitally will be using 4K, and that is another application actually for our 4K TV, because these movies have got to be edited, and so you need a 4K monitor to see what you're editing, and that's what this young lady here is doing now. She's using her Mac with its DisplayPort 1.2A output, which means you can output from the Mac Pro up to the Panasonic in full HD and see exactly what she's doing on the screen for editing, because perhaps editing on that little box wouldn't give you the full effect that that does on the big 4K screen. So there's lots of stuff available and coming in the 4K revolution.
Okay, let's move straight on to our next question. This is from a Mike B. He'd love to see the new plasma TVs.
Plasma TVs, okay. Well, let's zip round the corner. We're going past, this is, by the way, Final Fantasy, for you Final Fantasy fans, in 4K. A bit of football in 4K. A lot of 4K stuff you will have seen is very slow motion. We were actually showing very fast because we can do this 50p I was talking about before. And here, as I keep my head round to one side, you can see the full lineup of all Panasonic's TVs. So we've talked a lot about 4K, and 4K is just one of the dozens and dozens of TVs we make. In fact, everything from this black stand here in the middle over to the left is a plasma TV, and Panasonic remain fully committed to plasma. As I said, it delivers picture quality benefits that you struggle to get even on the best LEDs, particularly the deep rich black level and the very high quality color reproduction. And you can see that here on our flagship ZT. So the question, I think, was where are the new plasmas? Well, actually these plasmas were all launched at the beginning of the year. They've probably been available in shops since March or April, so they're only a few months old themselves. We'll be announcing our TV lineup, like our main TV lineup, every year around January time, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we make more plasmas almost than most other companies, so we know the benefits, and frankly speaking, I've got a plasma myself. I'm a big fan.
Right, brilliant, thank you, Michael. Okay, ties us into the next question from Javid. Show me the smart TV functions.
Smart TV, well, that's this area we've got in front of us here. You can see this center area, and on Panasonic, on Smart Viera, we've got a whole load of things. Here's a couple of guys we can show you straight away. Here's one thing you can do with our plasma TVs, you can draw all over them. So carry on, guys. They're perhaps not using it for the most high-tech purpose at the moment, but you get the idea. We can use a touch pen. Now that's obviously quite a niche little idea, but one of the probably the biggest thing in Panasonic Smart TV is this. If I zip over here, it's my home screen. So you can see the young lady here is just setting up a home screen, and what a home screen is you can have your regular TV broadcasts up here, but then all around it you have your favorites apps, your favorite links, your favorite functions, your favorite content, so that it's ready to go straight away. One of the things I find with smart TVs is that the smart functions are all hidden away on a button somewhere. It seems to be a whole different part of the TV. But the idea with my home screen is to integrate it into everyday use. And one thing we're launching in the next couple of months are my home screen collections. So for instance, here's one for YouTube. So you can download a customized background with customized content for YouTube if you're a big internet video fan. And there's lots more of those coming. There's one for Eurosport, there's one for FC Barcelona. The ones in front of me right now this is for Canal Plus in France. This is for a German video download service. So look out for those, and they will be working on your 2013 TV. So if you've recently bought a Smart Viera, look out for those as an upgrade option.
All right, brilliant, Michael. Let's move on to the next question. And this is from Tommy. Let me know what films are on TV in 4K.
Well, as I was saying, 4K, the digital films are either shot in 4K or shot in an even higher resolution. So let's go back over to our 4K area while we're talking about this. And of course, films are still shot on film, on celluloid, on 35mm, and all of those formats can be remastered as 4K TV. Now, in terms of broadcast, there's no 4K broadcast yet. There are tests going on by the BBC, by NHK in Japan, by various European and American broadcasters, and that'll be coming soon. It'll probably come over satellite and cable first, but there are definitely going to be 4K broadcasts coming in the future. So you're probably thinking, well, what's the point of me buying it now if all I can do is a bit of gaming and put my 4K photos on there? Well, that's what this station here is all about, 4K upscaling. So the TV will take whatever you put into it, even if it's just a standard HD broadcast, and upgrade it to 4K quality, or as close as it can get. And actually, if you're using a Blu-ray, which this is a German model Blu-ray recorder, but we also have this function on many of our standard Blu-ray players, it will upgrade from Blu-ray to 4K. And actually this will produce a much stronger result because Blu-ray has more information in it than a traditional HD broadcast. So the rule of thumb is with upscaling, the better the original, the better the upscaling is going to look.
So again, Panasonic leading the way in picture quality.
Absolutely.
Okay, our next question is from Robert, and it's very nice that we're in this section. He'd like to see our biggest TV. Now, Michael, I know here at the show, our biggest TV is actually a 65-inch TV. Is there anything else Panasonic do that may be slightly bigger?
Yeah, well, what we're showing here are consumer products, and Panasonic make consumer products. They make lots of different things, but we also have a business that make professional displays, and they make mainly plasma TVs in 85-inch, 103-inch, and believe it or not, 152-inch screen sizes. And the 152-inch, which has actually been available since 2010, was one of the first 4K TVs that was ever made. So we've been in the 4K business for a long, long time, and so if you want to, you can place an order and buy a 152-inch Panasonic plasma TV today. I'm sure your local sales rep would be very pleased to take that order.
Okay, Michael, we talked a lot about TV. I just heard you mention about the German recorders. What other products do we have that complement this year's TVs?
Okay, well, let's go and have a look over at our Home AV area. So Home AV are the products that complement the TV, but also audio products, things like Blu-ray players, recorders. And what we have this year is, in Germany, they're actually launching some new Blu-ray models. This application that I'll show you here is available in many different areas. I know it's available in the UK because I've used it. And what it's showing here is a TV guide on the app, on a tablet. So you can download an app called Remote Recording, as you can see there. And to set a recording, you just click on it, as someone's done here, and it will turn red. Now you're thinking, well, I can do that on my normal remote control. Why would I bother doing it through the iPad? Well, the clue is in this word, remote. You can be the other side of the world. You could be in Berlin like I am today, set a recording, and back in England, my Blu-ray recorder will be recording my favorite show. And I've got the TV guide here that I can scroll through. I've got lots of different functions on there. In fact, there is one more function that the remote recording app can do, which perhaps we can see around here. This gentleman here is just demonstrating it. What we can do is we're watching one channel on the TV here, but we've got a whole TV guide on here, and I can hopefully start up another TV channel. Oh, actually, we're just flipping through the guide on there. But you can use the tablet as a second screen so that you can stream things from the Blu-ray player or just a TV channel to the tablet while someone else is watching their favorite show. This looks like The Big Bang Theory in German.
So brilliant, thank you. Michael, next question is from John. He would like to see the Ultra HD TV.
Ultra HD TV, yes. Let's pop back across. So that's an interesting little point that John makes. Some people call it 4K, some people call it Ultra HD. Panasonic are using both names. I think 4K is probably the most well known. You can see it's on all of our logos here. But technically speaking, the resolution is just under 4K. It's 3840 resolution. So yes, technically speaking, some people might prefer to call it Ultra HD, but I think both terms work well. And here it is. You know, we've talked about this already a little bit. Maybe I'll mention some of the things we haven't talked about already, as well as the world's first in terms of HDMI inputs and 50p smoothness. We've also got a special engine to process the picture in 4K. And I didn't really think about this till I got here. In fact, I'm going to take you around to another little area to demonstrate what I'm talking about. If you've got 4 times as much detail in the picture, then you've got 4 times as much processing to do. So the normal processor that you have in your top-end Viera TV isn't quite going to cut it. So what you need is our Viera 4K processor. And you can see here an example of fast-moving sports. On the left-hand side, we've got the Panasonic 4K TV. Here we've got another brand of 4K TV. And I don't know how well it's coming across on the internet, but there's a definite jitteriness and juddering because the picture processing is just that much harder. And of course, the difference between a 30p input and a 60p input. So there's lots of stuff going on inside the WT600, lots of stuff for people to enjoy.
Okay, thank you again. Michael, you've mentioned the Digger app earlier on. We've got a question here from Bob. Can you download apps to Panasonic Viera TVs? Yes, you can download. We mentioned, you're quite right, the app for the Blu-ray recorder, but there's actually an app called Viera Remote 2.0, which is available for all smart Viera TVs. And if you're wondering what smart Viera TVs, it's basically all of them that have got my home screen that can access the internet. And so if you've got one of those, and that's quite a range, then you can use our application, our remote control. So here we go. This is the free app, Viera Remote 2. It's just this one here. I'll click it on. And this is showing a function called swipe and share. I won't go through everything, but you can see when I bring up the menu here, we've got lots of different controls, keyboards, calibration settings, lots of stuff we can do with the TV. But one of my favorite demos is this one. We find a photo, you're watching it on your tablet. Actually on a tablet it's not so bad, but if you're looking at a photo on a phone which might have a 3-inch screen, it can be a pretty underwhelming experience. So why not take that photo and swipe it up to the TV. And it looks like this one isn't quite connected. Let's try that one again. There we go, that one's worked. So we've got our beautiful landscape right on our 50-inch screen rather than just on our small little tablet or phone. And the application is for, we're showing it here on an iPad, it's for Android tablets, it's for Android phones, it's for Apple phones as well. So lots of stuff you can download, and all these apps are free, by the way. And if you tune in later on, you might hear about apps for our cameras as well. Okay, Michael, talked a lot about apps for our secondary product. What are the apps like actually on the TV?
Apps on the TV, so yes, this is the home screen again, and also the Viera Marketplace. So we've got a whole load of apps on there. So let's take a look, if we can just borrow this for 1 second. So I'm using one of our touchpad remote controls here. And what I'll do is I'll go up to our apps screen. Let me just go back a second. We've got a Viera Connect Marketplace, and there are now, I think, well over 100 apps on there. So here's some of the preloaded apps. You can see lots of them on the screen already, but these are just the ones you get preloaded onto the TV. But if I go up to our marketplace here, it will go online and connect to the Viera Connect Marketplace. And there you can choose from hundreds of apps, lots of different categories. I'll get a bit close to the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Video, movie apps, music, sports. Here we're in Germany, so it's prioritizing the German apps, but you can see movie download, you can see games, you can see all kinds of things that you can download, and we've got more of these coming all the time, and of course it changes depending where you are in the world, so investigate your local market to see what's on there.
So nice and easy to do, Michael.
Incredibly easy, yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. This is from Jonah. And his question is, do all gaming consoles work with 4K TVs?
Well, we're in a sort of transition period with gaming consoles at the moment because we're not, but Microsoft and Sony are launching their new consoles soon. But if you remember, I was talking about the 2.0 HDMI input. Basically, that means we're making the WT600 as future-proof as we can. Because this is the first ever product that meets that universal standard, and as you know, and as the people at home will know, HDMI is the way you hook up every audiovisual device, your gaming consoles, your TV, your Blu-ray, your set-top boxes. This display here we're using with the car, we're actually running off a PC. You can see it down here. And this is connecting by a different connection called DisplayPort 1.2a, and that is available now. So for top-end Apple Macs and for top-end gaming PCs, and for, as we saw before with video editing, for people who want to connect in 4K quality their PC or Mac, that's already available. And like I said, we're compliant with HDMI 2.0, and well, hopefully these new generation of consoles will be as well.
Okay, so let's move straight on. We have a question in from Havard. Okay, so I think this is the second question Havard has asked us over the 2 days. So Michael, he'd like to see some of the smart TV functions. I know we've already talked a lot about swipe and share. Am I right in believing there's a camera built into some of the TVs this year? Yeah,
we've got camera built into the WT and the VT, so that's the top of the range plasma and the top of the range LED, and you can also attach a camera to several of the others. We can also, on many of the TVs, use voice recognition as well, so you can say something and that will control the TV. So these gentlemen here are getting a demonstration. Perhaps if I go back to our TV here, for instance, you can just about see the microphone button on the touchpad here. I'll press that. My home screen. And it's identified my home screen. This one hasn't got a camera connected, but normally what would happen here is a camera would pop up and recognise the person's face and then go to the home screen.
So that's voice interaction or voice reaction?
This is a voice command or voice control.
So is there anything else we can do with this voice control, Michael?
You can do lots of different things. You can turn the volume up. So let's just return on that. Still looking for the camera, but there we go. Volume up. So you can see it's turned the volume up to 20. You can, much more impressively than that, you can start search. So let's search for a map of London. Search internet map. Actually, I didn't even need to say the word internet there. I can just say London. Search London map. So it's searching for London in maps. It's gone straight onto the internet, straight onto Google Maps, and there's a map of London. And actually, this is available now on your current TV, but imagine that in 4K. The resolution on the map, we can see quite detailed map there, but in 4K it would be 4 times as sharp. You'd see much more detail on there. So this is available on current TVs and on the 4K TVs.
And we can also make on the new 4K TV, we can also make this image here to fill the whole screen.
Absolutely,
so again, another cool feature
this
for the 4K.
This is quite useful to have links down the side, but it's nice to have the option as well.
Okay, Michael, let's move on to the next question. Well, I think this is one we can just answer straight away. This is from Tommy, and I'll jump in by you, Michael. Okay. The question is, how much is the 4K Ultra HD TV in pounds? Guys, unfortunately, we're not allowed to quote any prices, but if you keep in contact with your Panasonic website, they'll be able to direct you to your local dealers who will be able to give you all this information. So sorry if something we can't answer, but obviously for legal reasons we need to stay away from prices, and obviously the different countries around the world are all going to be doing something just for themselves. So while we're in this area, Mike, the next question is from Shaz, and what is home screen?
What is home screen? Okay, let's have a look. Here's a home screen that someone's created over here. So you can see a home screen is a way of, when you turn on your TV, you've got not just the TV broadcast, although if you want it just to show the TV broadcast like every other TV, it can do that. But what it does is it brings up your favorite apps, your favorite links, your favorite content. So it's making the TV much more personal. So you can see the person on this screen is a huge music fan. They've downloaded this background, and they've downloaded lots of different music sites. We've got our karaoke application, which is great. You can sing along to the TV, and even you can even share those recordings with people out there in the world if you want to. Shoutcast Radio is a great service. It's an internet radio. So just with your TV here, you've got access to literally tens of thousands of radio stations from all across the world. Now, this is for a music fan. For a fan of sports, it might be something completely different. You might have Eurosport, you might have the BBC Sport channel if you're in the UK. For a fan of TV shows, you might have a nice interactive TV guide down the side here, and maybe some catch-up TV services like a BBC iPlayer or a YouTube, or all those different video contents. So there's basically the home screen customizes the TV so that it reflects your personality.
How many home screens can we set up?
There are 4 preset home screens, and one of them is just a plain old screen, and then you can customize, I think 3 or 4 more. Is it 3 or 4?
I think you can customize up to 8. So
oh yes, of course, you can write over the existing ones. You can do it. So there are 8 in total, and you can customize all 8 of them.
And obviously also works with the face interaction of the camera.
That's right, yes. So let's see if our gentlemen are still around the corner here. But yeah, what happens is that the camera on the TV will pop up, which you can just about see here. You can see how the camera on this TV has popped up at the top. And when you say home screen, it will recognize the person's face. Did you want to go? So it's gone to my home screen, camera's popped up, it's recognised Dano. Hello Dano, good to meet you, you're live on the internet. And then it's gone to his home screen, and we interrupted Dano as he was just customising it and making it a bit more to his liking, but we'll leave him to finish his home screen. But that means you could have 8 people in your house, Neil, and come in and say my home screen. It will recognise you, and you'll get your favourite sites rather than your wife's or your children's. So great stuff.
Thank you, Michael. Right, next question is from Chris. Why is your Ultra HD 4K TV not a plasma model?
Okay, well at the moment we're going with the LED because in terms of making a plasma TV in 4K, there are some issues around energy consumption, but we'll see what happens with plasma TVs in the next coming weeks and years. Certainly, as I said, if you are fans of plasma TVs, and I know lots of you are, like I say, I've got one myself, Panasonic has got an unrivaled lineup of TVs. So at the moment, we've actually only got one 4K TV full stop out of the 30 or 40 different TVs that we make. So we'll see how it progresses over the next few months. But yeah, at the moment LED is the better solution to get a lot of detail into a small area.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Michael, next question is from Jono. Do we have any portable Wi-Fi speakers?
Portable Wi-Fi speakers, we do, yes, and just as we're walking over to the area, you can see our big screen demonstration of my home screen, so lots coming on at IFA. If you are in Germany or Berlin and you can possibly get down here, by all means do. Obviously there's lots to see from lots of different companies, not just from Panasonic, but we'd love to see you here at the Panasonic stand. So, portable speakers. Well, let me go over to this area here and show you the portable speakers. Here you go, brand new for IFA, the NA10. Hi ladies, we're live on the internet. How are you? This is our brand new portable speaker with the stylish carry cases, and this will connect wirelessly with a very long battery life to your phone, to your tablet, so when you're out and about you're getting high quality sound on the go. You can see here a range of different cases. The cases that are coming first of all will be the blue and the red, but hopefully some of these more stylish ones will come out as well. So this is the ultra portable, ultra stylish version. Then we've got something a bit more for the sound enthusiast. It's got this beautiful retro look, like an old-fashioned radio with the analog dials. And again, I know we're on the internet, so it's hard to appreciate this. Sound quality is superb on these, because this bigger unit isn't just in order to look like an old-fashioned radio, it's actually encompassing a much bigger bass unit in the middle there. So this is giving you portable sound, wireless connection, but with high audio quality as well.
Okay, on to our next question, Michael. This is from Catherine. Can you connect the keyboard to the TVs?
Hi Catherine, yes you can connect keyboards to TVs, absolutely. You can connect via USB. We can perhaps go around to the side of the TV here. This is one of our DT model TVs, and you can see we've actually got 3 USB connections. One of the blue ones here is the ultra fast USB 3. So you can plug in a USB keyboard in the side, but even more excitingly than that, you can actually connect a Bluetooth keyboard to some of the TVs. Always worth checking the specification, because like I said, Panasonic make dozens and dozens of TVs, but towards the top end of the lineup, you've got Bluetooth connectivity, so you can have a wireless keyboard. You can sit there on your couch typing away on the internet.
Okay, brilliant. And there's also the keyboard built into the VA Remote 2 app as well, Michael.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I think we saw that briefly before. You can turn your phone or your tablet into a keyboard very easily.
Okay, on to our next question. It is from Alfreos. Can you show me OLED?
Yes, we can show you OLED. It's just behind me here. In fact, there's a crowd around it, as there always is, because it's a very exciting new technology. So we'll fight our way through. We're going back to the beginning of the booth here. This is the 4K OLED screen. Now, you can just see, if I just say, excuse me, gentlemen, thank you. You can just see how beautifully slim it is now. Very, very thin, very, very eco-efficient, and as it spins back round, you can see the picture quality, which is, in terms of brightness and colour and smoothness and contrast, is really unparalleled. So Panasonic, thank you guys, we're really, really pleased with OLED, and we're developing it. It's not available to buy just yet, but we're at the forefront of developing a new type of technology called RGB printing, which in the future should make OLED not just beautiful like you see, but actually mainstream and affordable as well.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you, Michael. Right, we've probably got time for one more question, and this is from Steve. He'd like to know.
I don't think we have got time for any more questions.
Right, we've run out of time, so if we just like to move.
So we'll just perhaps wrap up for the day. So I'm going to take you over to the mirror so you can get a good reminder of what me and Neil look like. Here we are. So that's us. We've been your INFOTARs today. By all means, come down and see us at IFA, and tune back in at 11 o'clock and on the top of the hour throughout the day, because we'll have lots of other shows for you. and we'll be looking at optical products, so that's cameras, camcorders, the Lumix G, which is hugely exciting. We'll have sections on our home appliances, and we haven't even touched that end of the corridor, but that's got some great new technology for cooking, for kitchen appliances. And you'll see lots more, again, from the visual area if you want to. We've got another show. Me and Neil will be back on at 3 o'clock. But I've enjoyed it. How about you?
Yes, enjoyed it, Mike. And don't forget to ask our expert the question, hashtag Panasonic IFA expert.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Michael. Lovely talk.